To determine the appropriate wire size for a 480 volt system with a specified voltage drop, we use a formula that takes into account the length of the wire, the current draw, the allowable voltage drop, the power factor, and the system voltage. The formula is American wire gauge equals 10 times length times current times voltage drop, all divided by 125 times power factor times volts. Let's break down each component of this formula. Firstly, American wire gauge, or AWG, represents the American wire gauge size of the wire. This is the value we are trying to find. Secondly, L represents the length of the wire in feet. It's crucial to use feet as the unit of measurement for length in this formula to maintain consistency and accuracy. Thirdly, I represents the current draw in amps. This is the amount of current that the load will draw from the circuit. Fourthly, voltage drop, or VD, represents the allowable voltage drop in volts. This is the maximum amount of voltage drop that is acceptable for the circuit to function properly. It's often expressed as a percentage of the source voltage, but for this calculation, we need the actual voltage drop value. Fifthly, P represents the power factor. The power factor is a measure of how effectively electrical power is being used. In many cases, especially for resistive loads, the power factor is assumed to be 1. Sixthly, volts represents the voltage of the system in volts. This is the nominal voltage of the electrical system. Now let's apply this formula to a practical example. We have a 480 volt system with an allowable voltage drop of 3%, a wire length of 2800 feet, and a load that draws 86 amps. Firstly, calculate the allowable voltage drop. Since the allowable voltage drop is 3% of the 480 volt system, we calculate 3% of 480 volts, which equals 0.3 times 480 volts, resulting in 14.4 volts. This is the maximum voltage drop that the circuit can tolerate. Secondly, plug the values into the formula. American wire gauge equals 10 times 2800 times 86 times 14.4, all divided by 125 times 1 times 480. Thirdly, perform the calculations. The numerator, which is 10 times 2800 times 86 times 14.4, equals 34,650,000. The denominator, which is 125 times 1 times 480, equals 60,000. Fourthly, divide the numerator by the denominator. 34,650,000 divided by 60,000 equals 577.5. The result of the calculation is 577.5. However, this number doesn't directly correspond to a standard American wire gauge size. It's an intermediate value that helps us determine the appropriate wire size based on voltage drop considerations. Firstly, voltage drop calculations determine the minimum required wire size to keep voltage drop within acceptable limits. Secondly, ampacity calculations determine the minimum wire size based on the current it needs to carry safely. The larger of the two wire sizes should be used. For voltage drop, consult voltage drop tables, manufacturer specifications, or online calculators to determine the appropriate American wire gauge size that corresponds to a value of 577.5 or slightly larger. This will give you the minimum wire size needed to meet the voltage drop requirement. Once the minimum wire size is selected, check the ampacity rating. The selected wire size must have an ampacity rating that is greater than or equal to the load current 86 amps in the example. The ampacity rating is the maximum amount of current a conductor can carry continuously without exceeding its temperature rating. Ampacity values can be found in the National Electrical Code, NEC Table 310.15b16. For example, using NEC Table 310.15b16 for copper conductors with a temperature rating of 75 degrees Celsius, a 4/0 American wire gauge conductor has an ampacity of 230 amps. Thirdly, considering both voltage drop and ampacity, select the larger wire size. If the voltage drop calculation resulted in a 1 American wire gauge wire, but the ampacity requirement calls for a 4/0 American wire gauge wire, you would select the 4/0 American wire gauge wire because it meets both the voltage drop and ampacity requirements. In general, it is important to consider several factors when selecting the right size of wire to use. These factors include, but are not limited to, firstly, conductor material. Copper and aluminum are the two most common types of wire used in electrical wiring. Copper has a lower resistance than aluminum, so it can carry more current for a given wire size. However, copper is also more expensive than aluminum. Secondly, insulation type. The insulation type of a wire affects its ampacity. Wires with higher temperature ratings can carry more current. Thirdly, installation method. The way a wire is installed can also affect its ampacity. Wires that are installed in conduit or cable trays will have a lower ampacity than wires that are installed in free air. Fourthly, ambient temperature. The ambient temperature around a wire can also affect its ampacity. Wires that are installed in hot environments will have a lower ampacity than wires that are installed in cold environments. Fifthly, grouping of conductors. When multiple current-carrying conductors are bundled together, the heat generated by each conductor can raise the overall temperature, reducing the ampacity of each conductor. The NEC requires that the ampacity of conductors in a raceway or cable be derated based on the number of current-carrying conductors. The derating factors are specified in NEC Table 310.15 current. Sixthly, voltage drop. Voltage drop is the decrease in voltage that occurs along a wire as current flows through it. Excessive voltage drop can cause equipment to malfunction. The NEC recommends that voltage drop be limited to 3% for branch circuits and 5% for feeders. To minimize voltage drop, use a larger wire size or shorten the length of the wire. Seventhly, safety. It is important to select a wire size that is safe for the application. Overloaded wires can overheat and cause fires. The NEC provides guidelines for selecting wire sizes that are safe for different applications. Therefore, for this system, the appropriate wire size is 4/0 American wire gauge.